Winegard Trav'ler no LNB voltage. The no LNB voltage message indicates the electronics of the antenna is not seeing the LNB. This is typically due to a failed cable connecting to the vertical C port on the turret. Press and hold power on the interface box to power the system on. Once it raises up off the roof so the arm is at least parallel to the roof, press and hold power and select at the same time to keep the system from moving. Unplug the power cable from the back of the interface box. Troubleshooting varies based on model of Trav'ler system. Please skip to the time code for your model as listed on the screen. SK1000 Trav'ler. Swap the cables connected to the C port and A port, then power the system on. You will need to try each of the cables on the C port until the message goes away or you have tried each cable with no change. Make sure you power the system on between each cable swap. SK-SWM3 Trav'ler. You will need to replace the existing cable with a standard RG6 coax cable roughly 5 feet long. To replace the cable, begin by loosening the 4 nuts and bolts that secure the LNB guard in place on the arm. Now remove the 2 nuts and bolts that secure the LNB to the feed arm. Slide the LNB out of the arm, adjusting the LNB guard as necessary. Disconnect the coax cable from the port on the LNB and set the LNB to the side. Disconnect the coax cable from the vertical C port and remove the P-clip holding the cable to the elevation arm. Remove the existing cable from the arm and run the RG6 coax down the arm. Connect one end to the vertical C port and the other end to the LNB. Slide the LNB into the arm and replace the 2 nuts and bolts securing the LNB in place. Adjust the LNB guard and tighten the 4 nuts and bolts securing the LNB guard in place. Power the system back on and see if the message persists. Shaw Trav'ler. Swap the cables connected to the C port and A port, then power the system on. Try each of the cables on the C port until the message goes away or you have tried each cable with no change. Make sure you power the system on between each cable swap. Please contact Winegard customer support to get a replacement cable or facilitate additional troubleshooting on this issue.